And we are back. Bears franchise. And in the last episode, we fell short to the Falcons 26-21. We ended up getting a weekly award. I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious it's Donovan Wilson. And it is. So yeah, congrats to him for getting Player of the Week. We've got a game plan for an elite QB. I'd imagine that's Aaron Rodgers. Yes. Limit the passing. I have confidence he, at his age, will not be scrambling if he, can avoid scrambling. So with that, I'm feeling pretty confident on just defending the pass. They have a great defense, as you can tell. Kenny Clark, 94 overall X Factor. Jair Alexander, 98 superstar. And I think we're just going to blitz counter. As you can see, their defense is very good. Ooh. They go for 2+ passing touchdowns. We're going to go for 20 points or less. We have to do this one because, it's so hard. Only barely playing. Um, I mean, once again, it's so hard. We have to, do that. So we only play 8-minute quarters. So instead of getting a full 60-minute experience, we only get 32 because, well, I need to make a video out of the games. And, let's just say I'm not the greatest when it comes down to all this stuff. We're completely healthy. And I don't believe we're going to be missing anyone whatsoever. I don't think anyone was injured last week. Just to be safe, though. We are missing Marcus Mariota, but that's not a big issue because he's not even a starter. We're going to head to the Packers. Are they going to be missing anyone for this game? They're going to be missing Jair Alexander. We were just talking about him. Alex Hancock. He's going to be out for this game. And so is Dylan Cole? I'd hope he's the backup for that team. 66 overall. It's not a great starter. Him, I'd imagine he's either starter or, they play a free safety system where they have free safeties out there. It's usually either, I want to say it's usually 2 free, 1 strong in that scenario. So that's going to be huge if that's the case, or even if he's the starter, that's even bigger. But we're going to get straight into this game. This is on Monday night, too. So, there's 7-4, I believe. We're 4-6. And to keep it plain and simple, we need wins and bad. Only either a game or a game and a half outside of the playoffs. The Buccaneers are the 7th seed at 5-5. Aaron Rodgers having a pretty good season. A lot of interceptions though for his standard. But yeah, because ultimately I think we're gonna struggle down the stretch. I already said how I think we're gonna finish. I don't remember what I said, but that would have us going 9-8. So we'd lose 2 games. One of them was to the Packers, and I did predict we'd lose this game. I said we beat them in Green Bay somehow, but lose here. Then we lose to the Vikings, and then I don't see it out of the possibility that we lose to a team like the Jaguars or the Jets, an AFC team we don't really have a lot of information on. Either same record with us or worse at the moment, so that could easily change. And where I stand, I don't even know if 9-8 will be enough to make the playoffs. Yeah, the Buccaneers are 5-5, but they could, go on a massive winning streak. There's Malcolm Hoskins, who had a lackluster game last week. Still kept us in it, though, for the majority. That in the defense struggled a lot, but they came alive towards the end, but it just wasn't enough. One of the main issues I'd say could have been the loss of Kendrick Bourne. In that game, he got injured very early on, was out for the rest of the game. Juan Broughton came in. He was actually our leading receiver, though, Juan Broughton. So I would argue that wasn't, a bad thing that Kendrick Bourne went out. As Broughton scored, I want to say it was like 4 for 126 and a touchdown. Juan Broughton went for. Ridley unable to hold on to it, and that's going to bring out the punting unit. Tampa Bay picking up a win, so we're not going to pass them yet. That was a bad handle by Jack Fox. Luckily, though, no one was there to block it. And, well, I want to say both teams went 3 and out. So, very defensive first drive. And that's going to be just short of first down, so there's still a chance we have another 3 and out. Washington, another team we are playing, they pick up a win. And Blake Jarwin does get the first down of the game. And we're playing Tennessee. Tennessee dropping their, I want to say that's their 4th, maybe 3rd loss of the season. We do play Tennessee in week 18. I want to say Washington is either week 16 or week 17. So, coming into this week, Tennessee was the #1 team in the league in terms of record. I believe there was like 3 teams tied for it, but, I mean, that's going to be huge now, them dropping that game. Something I'm really noticing is, as of late, Jalen Johnson has been struggling. He might be a trade block guy come the offseason if he continues to play like this. It's going to suck. He is, I believe, our #1 cornerback overall wise, but, I mean, you gotta play better than how you're playing. Because if we really have to, we could probably draft a pretty solid corner, early in the draft with that pick to replace him. Or hopefully we get a 1st round pick and we use 2 1st round picks, ours and someone else's, whoever we happen to trade with, to move up. Because I'm very high on this quarterback. Malcolm Hoskins, if he balls out the rest of the season, which I know it's messed up to not show confidence in your guy, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Projected to be the 1st overall pick as a quarterback, I really like. I think he's by far, with the stats I saw, the best quarterback in the draft. There are 2 projected to go top 5. He is one of them, obviously going 1st overall projected. And then there's one also projected to go in the 1st round, but I don't like him very much. I like the other quarterback projected to go top 5, but at the same time, I don't think it's worth trading up for him. Unless if we naturally, land him. I want that quarterback. I don't remember the name. I chose him to be one of our focus guys. Green Bay, by the way, absolutely shredded our defense. So that was just fantastic. Another guy who might be on the block, David. He went for 1,000 yards, I want to say, last season. Then the year before that, he had a monster season. There's the first quarter saturated if you are curious as we head to quarter number 2. This season, very lackluster. And it makes sense. Teams are going to start limiting the run when we have a quarterback carousel like this, when we can't figure out who is going to be our QB. It makes sense that they would limit the pass or limit the running and focus, you know, make the quarterback the main focus, make him have to, throw the ball. Because look at how it's going. Malcolm Hoskins, 0 completions, 4 attempts. Not great. And he had an amazing 2-game stint, but it might just be, that might just been, a luck. Because as of late, he has not played well. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think I'm going to bench him. I don't think that's going to happen. Unless if he plays like the worst quarterback by, like, far. We're not going to bench him. He's going to be our starter. Why? Because I'm going to keep it honest. I think this season's a loss. I don't think we're making the playoffs. I don't think we're going to win very more games. I just kind of hope. Because of how this game's going, I'm not impressed. The defense is struggling. The offense is struggling. And I think ultimately it's going to come down to a rebuild. That was what, the beginning was. We never quite finished the rebuild, though. We have a good roster. We just don't have... And this could be a big issue. It could just be coaching staff. I'm going to be honest. I'm considering firing both offense and defensive coordinators very soon. Probably end of the season. Special teams guy? Oh, you're fine, bro. Darren Moody's looking fantastic on special teams. But the other two, you guys better turn something up, because, if the season ended today, I would fire both of you guys. I'm going to give you to the end of the season to turn it around, but if you fail to do that, well, you're gone. I don't have patience. We've been struggling for years now, and to be quite honest, I'm tired of the irrelevancy. Justin Jones goes down with an injury. I want to win. And clearly you guys aren't the solution at the moment. Now, granted, you could become the solution, but at the same time, that could take time, and that's time I'm not willing to wait. Aaron Jones scored. Our team's fucked. We can't do anything. We have allowed 2 touchdowns. And they were very convincing touchdowns. The first drive was a fluke, it seems like. They struggled the first drive. Now, they're cooking. Is Darren Moody okay? That's all that matters. I'm struggling, man. I did it last game. I'm about to fucking sim. I don't want to watch this stuff. I don't want to play this game if it's going to freaking have bad quality like that either. $70 a year for the fucking same game from 1995, it fucking feels like. Come on, man. I don't care about the graphics. Graphics don't mean anything if the game feels unplayable because of how boring and how glitchy and how buggy and how little effort's put into the game. We have -4 total offensive yards. -4. Make that -3. Like, you tell me when, EA. You tell me when my team's gonna fucking produce. Because they haven't done anything. Falcons franchise. I'm not afraid to freaking go back to that series. First 4 seasons, we won 3 Super Bowls. And that's, I believe we made the playoffs all 4 of those years. I believe we lost the Super Bowl 1 of those years. I think we went Super Bowl win, Super Bowl loss, Super Bowl win, Super Bowl win. That's amazing stats. In our first, and I'm gonna just flat out say it, in our first 3 seasons in this series, 0 playoff appearances. You know what else we have? 0 top 5 pick appearances. You know what else we have? No quarterback. Here's the issue. The quarterbacks, they all go super high. And we had our chance with Justin Herbert. We chose, no, we're going to, elect a different route. Here's the issue now. I don't think there's going to be any good free agents, quarterbacks, for a while. And with how our team plays, we do shit. We look like the best team in the league week 1. Week 2, we barely lose, so it's still, okay, we still have a chance. If that's roughing the passer, I'm simming. Well, not simming, but crap. Give me a break. I'm just one guy. What have I done to deserve this cruel punishment? Like, actually, what have I done? Back to the quarterback talk. Team. Best team week 1. They are shaky week 2, but they barely lose. So it's like, alright. Still got a chance. Then it happens. There's the losing streak. You barely win any games in there. And then all of a sudden, boom! When it matters most, your team wins. Comes down to week 18, you lose. It happens every season, it feels like. First year, I think we got eliminated week 18. Second season, we got eliminated week 17. This time, with a team being 5-5, I wouldn't be shocked if we got eliminated week 18 again. Like, when does the punishment end? When do we become the team to beat? I'm tired of being consistently mediocre. I want to either be the team that does super well or the team that does super bad. Because then, well, we compete for a Super Bowl. Or we get a top pick in the draft and we can draft a quarterback instead of just being stuck in this stupid carousel because no one wants to trade away their quarterback. And we do so fucking consistent every season that we can't draft one because we finished with like the 14th, 15th, 16th overall pick. This is a rant I've needed to talk about as a head coach of this team. I'm not proud of how this team's afford. You're on the fucking bench. Actually, get the fuck off. I'm fucking done. Rookie or not, you haven't played well. $58-yarder. But let's be honest, he's not making it. Oh, shocker. Wide to the right. They're gonna get more points out of this too. Oh, they didn't score. Romeo Dobbs touchdown. I'm calling it. What do you want, JJ? Sorry, my cat's down here. Oh, I was just a play too early. There's a Romeo Dobbs touchdown. $35 to nothing. 30 fucking 5. Alright, Malik, you got the second half to make a comeback. Let's see it. I just want Marcus Mariota back, man. He's gonna be the starter if, Malik Willis plays terrible. Here are all the scores since we were Monday night, which, by the way, thanks for putting us on Monday night. Now everyone gets to watch this blowout of a game while Peyton and Eli had to make fun of us. East Minnesota lost. Here are the Packers when it comes down to throwing the ball short. Here are the Bears when it comes down to run the ball inside. You better be frustrated. Alright, the 35-point comeback starts now. Darren Moody, he's going to return it. Has a nice little gain up to the 28-yard line. Malik Willis on 1st and 10 is going to be a throw. That is going to be complete to Cole Kmet for a gain of 6. We're not even going to get it, man, because look at the Broncos. Malik Willis, a cross-body intercepted. Second play of the game, or the half. Intercepted, that's picked off by Darnell Savage. Bro, just someone do something. How are you just gonna let this man shred you up? He would have missed it. He had a touchdown, but he missed a throw. Beautiful defense there by Jamin Davis. Bring up 3rd and goal now from the 8. Come on. We have a chance. Let's go. We held him to a field goal. Oh my goodness. Now while we're here, I'm gonna keep it plain and simple. I'm done with this game. We're gonna sim the next game, and that's gonna be on the end episode. I'm not watching the rest of this game. We scored. Oh man, we lost 41-14. Since you're only will upgrade you, we'll just give you this. This is how I end a series. I'm not going to, but man, I'm getting close. If games end like this, where I'm literally to the point of simming the game because I am so fed up with it. What's the point of coming back for another episode if you know the same thing's gonna happen next week? Am I gonna have to fucking force wins at some point? I don't know what to do, man. I just don't. Now that we're here, we're just gonna quickly go here. You're done. You're done. I'm gonna hire Dwayne Morris. And for defensive coordinator, hmm. We're gonna hire Josh Morton. If he was the guy who we just fired, I will hire someone else. Off camera. But I straight up don't remember. Okay, we have 93 staff points. Under siege. Why is there not a both option? We'll say offensive line. Stay off course or on course. What am I gonna freaking say that's gonna turn this team around? Oh, we still have a playoff shot. Let's go at it. No, that's not gonna work. I want to buy that just to get that, complete. I probably should spend majority on uh there we go. All right, let's sim the Jaguars game. Staff moves, yeah, we already know. Like, yada yada yada. Now let's view the playoff picture. Giants at the 7 seed. They have 5 losses on the season, I believe. Alright, well, let's get into it. Next week, 3-8 Jaguars, and we barely lose. Shut the hell up. Week Willis started. Okay, well, grand. I didn't want him to start. Come on, Jalen Johnson. You should be like an 80. You're an 86 overall. You could be 87 now. Who's the new injury? Alright, well, let's go quickly to here. Yeah, no. Just no. There's literally nothing else to say besides no, you're not starting. Everything here looks pretty solid. Darren Moody, specialist. Yep. Alright. Hope you enjoyed. I didn't. Let's view the playoff picture now. Who's the 7th seed? The Giants. So at best, we can do 9-8. So we have to win out. For the NFC, the Giants, 7th seed, where are the Giants? They have 6 losses. It's not impossible, but it's unlikely. See you guys next time, which will be on Monday. Goodbye.